I'm Jim Webb, and in this video, I'm going to go into the Sigma 14-24 art lens ND rear filters that go inside the camera on the back versus ND filters that we're all used to that go on the front. Now, some people have said that this might be a little bit too much, money to pour into ND filters and whatnot. But actually, the price is $150 and you get 4 filters. And I guess that is somewhat similar to an ND filter that's a variable one that you could just turn and have a different ND stop based thing. But I found these extremely useful. And later on in this video, I also took the opportunity, since I'm up here in Canada, to shoot within a snowstorm of 3 different stops and dialing it in. And the first one showing you without an ND filter, and then 3 more shots with the different 3 of the 4 filters showing you the effect of it, giving you the bracketing range where you can have the shutter and the frame rate at the right capacity where it's double, right? So 24 frames per second, I want it at 50 frames or 50, it's 1/50th shutter speed. So I was able to pull it off and it was pretty quick and it was easy to actually install. Now, people also have wondered, can you take filters and cut the filters out and then stick them inside the Sigma lens also? You can, but I've done enough reviews to show that cutting the filter can actually give you color variances. So thus more time post-processing in your favorite video editing or post-production software app. And I like to cut time out as much as possible and create an optimized workflow for my projects. So let's just dive in and I'll show you exactly close up what's going on inside the camera, and we'll go slowly towards showing you the filming in the snowstorm in front of my house that I did the other day and show the different tests, and you can decide. So here's the all-powerful 14-24 wide lens Sigma, the art lens, and it is heavy, yes, but it still performs well on my Ronin DJI RSC2. I was able to stabilize just fine. So it's fantastic, and we'll see some shots outside shortly. But let's dive in here. So what's the deal? So once you take the lens off the front, you'll see inside here that it has a little clip to actually clip things in. You can move it this way or that way. They actually built it into this lens knowing this, versus where you'd have to get an adapter kit, a filter holder, barn doors that would go on the front of your camera, making it huge. And there are certain reasons why you'd want the barn door effect, but I'm a shooter outside, run and gun, and I like the ease of use of just adding these simple filters. So of these filters here, you have 4 different stops. You have an ND3, you have a 1.2, a 1.8, and a 3.0, and a 0.9. And you know, I went too dark with these actually, but here's how you put them in. And I'll just take my favorite one out, and you take it out, and you try not to scratch it, of course. And you'll see that it actually reads very well, you know, and gives you, you know, what the f-stop is, and you drop it in. There it is, and then you move it over and pop. It's ready to go. That's it. You just put it in the camera, and it's that easy. And to take it out, you know, you do the same. You pop it out, and it is beautiful glass. Like, it is really, really great. And you know, I think these are going to go into my pack very easily, and so that I can have it ready to use whenever I have to bring down the light a bit, so that I can get great buttery video and whatnot, because it's fantastic. So these Haidas are really good. So let's now go ahead and show you the effects that I got, not only from without the ND filter in this first one, but then the effects when I changed the stops and whatnot. Don't judge me on the filmography too much. It was a run and gun experience. Here we go. This is with completely no ND filter. And shooting HD, you can see that everything's blown out. Definitely need a filter, or I'd have to increase the shutter and the ISO, which I don't want to. So next, I went and used a 0.9 ND filter within the lens, and you can see a lot more detail, and the whites aren't blown out, so it gives me a lot more opportunity to do color calibration. And yeah, so I do that after, but in the next one, I thought I'd try an even stronger one, the actual strongest, which is, this is the 3.0. I apologize for the noise, but this is totally too dark. Losing the detail in the darks for sure, and I wouldn't even bother trying to color correct that. So now I decided to back it off one, and in the end, it is a toss between the two prior filters. This 1.8 is great. I like the guy walking, actually. You can see the snow blowing very well. It's fantastic to work with, and I'd use this for a base. So the ND filters, you just got to test and throw them around. Of course, I went inside to switch and try the new one. Don't do it in the snowstorm. So I hope that you got something out of this video with regards to seeing the value of these ND stop-based filters. They're totally so invaluable to me that I'm going to continue to have them in my pack. Of course, I'm going to have my other lenses also with the ND filters on the front, a variable. I threw in the money, so it's easy to just turn the lens and whatnot. But this is making this wide art lens just absolutely amazing and usable for the video shoots that I do up here in the winter. If you have any questions, just let me know in the comments below. I love to, communicate with my audience, and please remember to subscribe. Ask me any question whatsoever. Again, there was no funding. This is not a promoted video. This was not given to me. This is just pure. I loved it. I had to share with you my experience up here in Canada of the snowy ground that we have up here a lot. Anyway, thank you very much, and I'll see you in another video.